connection issues and so forth. But I've had some serious attacks today. I'm tired of it. Like, it's been. Let me just give my speech, my lecture. You see the title. Let me wait for some more people to come. What up, people? I'm beyond repair at this point. I don't even think y'all understand. And I smile because there's nothing to smile about, and they have neural weapon nodes on me that can make me smile at their leisure. And they are the conglomerate. Look at my face. All day today, I was trying to find my way around to the nail shop to get a pedicure. And all day today, they used the neural weaponry with different psychological speeches from various people in their either AI form or actual form. Today is 9:15 p.m. Sunday, October the 19th, and this is an ongoing pattern on the 19th of every month, so you figure it out. I've said several things in the past about who has been implicated on this semi-quasi conglomerate of chips. And so we have a whole bunch of people who are connected in various ways, but some know of each other and others don't. They are killing me psychologically, mentally. They are killing me. They are killing me. This is not training. This is not anything. This is pulling the veil from over the Epstein-like behaviors of the scumbag of the earth, and them trying to ride and hide behind the life of a brilliant indigenous mind by acting like I'm crazy. And they are the ones who are using my brain for intellectual property to create dark web games that hurt people. And so here we are again, and you all aren't taking me seriously because they're blocking me from speaking, and they're sending everybody who could help me away, and they're sending the enemy towards me at rapid succession. This is what's happening in real time. And this is Erica Clark Wise. The Renaissance is 9:16 p.m. Sunday, October the 19th, and they always try to kill me on the 19th. This has been going on for 2 years. And here's my speech. Intelligence rules the world, and ignorance carries the burden. Marcus Garvey. In this reality we face, in every era, some power structure has tried to own the imagination of others. They're hurting me right now in the neuroweaponry. You know I'm prolific. You know I can give good speeches. I've been an oratorical speaker since my youth, but they are using neuroweaponry to make me look foolish online so they can get out of criminal responsibility. Let me get back to my speech. And I hate them. Every one of them who participated, saying it was a game or training or something that they were aware of that was supposed to happen. If you even said you were aware that this was supposed to happen to me, I hate you. Okay? Today, that ownership hides in technology, in data streams, and in social hierarchies that reward control more than compassion. When people feel constantly absorbed and observed, manipulated, or copied, that effect is psychological imprisonment. Right now, they're fucking with my frontal left lobe with some type of implantation of ideas or extraction of ideas. This is real-time torture, and they think they can get away with it because they are the new redefinition of elite, which is the scumbags of the earth, and fuck you. This is for Assata Shakur. Fuck y'all. When people feel constantly observed, manipulated, or copied, that effect is psychological imprisonment, a trauma that silences creativity and erodes trust. The first solution is our mental liberation. Y'all don't even know how heavy. I got one pedophile on this eye, one pedophile on this eye. These are nodes that have been bought through some type of dark market, Singapore shipment type shit, where men are able to put nodes in you, women are able to put nodes in your body and track you like GPS and add scent to you that allows your pheromones and their pheromones to find each other. And they can utilize a dark web app coupled with that to bring more of a real life occurrence of encounter And this can happen where there are slavery games where certain people are considered like a runaway slave, like a Nat Turner, like myself. And in that sense, they have a bunch of people who come for me because I might uncover the truth, and they don't want the truth to come out because it'll make them look stupid for not responding in the proper fashion from the first place. And so they're fucking with my speech, as I always say, and I'm losing it. I'm losing my fucking mind, and y'all ain't doing shit. Fuck y'all. And it's not about my mental health. It's about getting the fucking criminals who are running the technology, who are fucking with our brains in every moment. So fuck you for not responding, government. Fuck you, Mexico, for not responding and playing a game. The first solution, mental liberation. Garvey urged us to emancipate ourselves from. No, Garvey did not emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. I think that was Bob Marley. We'll see. That begins with daily mental hygiene rituals that break the feedback loop of fear. Mental freedom is not denial. It is disciplined focus on what strengthens you. And what has been lacking in my life since the attack in Mexico City, first with my phone, now with my speech, even in real time as I speak to you, I can't even speak as fluently as I usually do because I have a manipulator trying to take my language right from my lips and display it on some dark web as his words, as if it's me being led by him or her. This is real time shit, and I'm upset, and Mexico has failed me. You already know why I left the U.S. That begins with daily mental hygiene rituals that break the feedback loop of fear. Mental freedom is not denial. It is disciplined focus on what strengthens you. And they've been knocking me off my square. Whereas I've been so fucking confused with other people's voices utilizing my thoughts in their form, in that person outside of me's form, and streaming it back to my head. It's not schizophrenia. I can prove this shit. They've been doing it with nodes. I learned this in Mexico because what I believe the theory is, and I've said it already, is that a lot of people are being sent back to Mexico in droves through the deportation of ICE chipped, like me, because there shouldn't be so many people on the same goddamn frequency of understanding. And it's not an understanding of telepathy alone. These people are chipped. And so we have to recognize what the fuck is going on. They're telling the indigenous people in foreign countries that this is some type of FBI training and giving them slush funds to believe it. Telling them they're FBI when they really aren't. Giving them the full reign to commit crimes without punishment of only 15 days punishment for the chip. And so ignorance feeds manipulation. Communities must create learning circles that teach digital boundaries, trauma awareness, and indigenous attacks by our oppressors. This is what's happening. Digital attack by our oppressors. An educated public cannot be easily weaponized to self-destruct. And we're studying for the week the album by 50 Cent, Before I Self-Destruct. We're studying that for this week so we can make it through this terror and trauma and boundary crossings of people we don't know for our intellectual property straight off our motherfucking brainstem. Fuck you. That's how we feel about it. We need global standards for digital ethics, transparency in data collection, and educational standards for secret government participation with private industry, because that's what's happening. Omitting usage of the corrupt system of injustice. We don't even want to fuck with you guys who are doing corrupt shadow government bullshit. How the fuck is that training? Training for what? For the world to be corrupt? That doesn't even make sense logically. Legal recognition that psychological torture online and offline is human rights violations. Funding for trauma recovery programs led by survivors and educators, not corporations. We need every petition, every open letter to government. I said, write the president of Mexico. Make it happen. I'm tired of suffering in the streets while y'all laugh and collect pesos in my name. Every classroom conversation matters. And we're talking about the classrooms like this one online. And we're talking about the classrooms in your churches. And we're talking about the classrooms at your board meetings. And we're talking about the classrooms at the youth meetings. And we're talking about the classrooms across every era of our lives. We don't stop learning. And you all need to learn about the digital weaponry that's taking place in 2025 that's taking us out because we're brilliant and replacing us with Aryan Nation youth. The fourth and final solution is healing through silence when you don't have a chip that interferes. Usually, us as chip people, the ones who are attacked, we have a new way of listening because we can't hear ourselves like we did before. We're hearing other people. Just like right then, he tried to change, or she tried to change my words. It wasn't my thought change. I don't switch. This is manipulation. My nose is stuffed up because the motherfucking person on my chip has a fucked up sinuses right now. This is real life shit. Art is how the oppressed rewrite reality to hurt self or others. They don't turn pain into poetry. They suppress. They replace the rhythm of life. They stop the movement and they steal the design. That's what's happened to me. They stole my motherfucking design. Erica Clark Wise, The Renaissance, is speaking. The oppressed are not us. When communities hold our individual art form into self-perception instead of repressed expression, we will see the symbolic motion and transformation. We won't see it until you motherfuckers wake up, in other words. Tonight, the air has been more than heavy, the sounds of others outside of me, the rape of my vagina, told to be pleasure, the repeating of names I have no association with, the body because becomes public property. The body becomes public property. Is that right to you? How is that training? How is that punishment even? How is that teaching? How is that achieving? How is that self-mastery? That the body becomes public property. That is not self-mastery. It's totally opposite. Private no longer, peace no longer natural. The mind races for no reason other than attack of my neurological system by devices like diagnosis in Utuado Hospital, real life shit for me, as infection of device. That's what the diagnosis was in Utuado, Puerto Rico. Infection of device. Documented. This is not an advocacy speech as my nose runs due to dark web client of the fake doctor misleading my family, calling out my mom's voice in distances, saying my dad's name. This is torture, psychological torture. These are the things that are happening in real time today. I just said it. This is not advocacy work. My speech as my nose runs due to dark web client of the fake doctor misleading my family, calling out my mom's voice in the distance saying my dad's name. Is this not obvious that these are not my thoughts? What technology can I self-produce that could accurately relay a semblance of what my family and loved ones' voices may sound like, but through manipulated technology? Because like I said, I've been self-mastering for 8 years. I haven't really talked to my family since 2020. So I don't know how their voice has changed. My parents are so old. I hate every one of you, for taking so long to investigate the original names I mentioned in this holocaust of the brilliant indigenous mind, the lesbian who they hated that they couldn't be me. This is Erica Clark Wise, The Renaissance, signing off. And I hope you all do better because today was hell on earth and all I was trying to do was get my pedicure. So fuck you all.